Virgo. It's your girl, JV. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2021. And you may be really particular about your shit right now. That could be a thing. Really thinking about your resources. What is mine? What do you have? What are you working with? And that's good. I just wanted to not work in your detriment, because Taurus season is all about tapping into your resources that are already available to you. And Taurus is all about the senses that we have as the species, as humans. Eyes, sight, smell, touch, and regardless of what you think or not, intuition and common sense are resources that are available to all of us. Whether we choose to tap into them or not is a different story, but they're available, they're there. So Virgo, be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Everything's rolling out slowly. For daily tarot readings, check out my Instagram, justj_everything. And for other dope shit that I do, check out my website, please. justjeverything.com. And so, if anybody can handle this energy, and I feel like thrive at this point in time, it really feels like Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Like, there's just a lot going on, and it's time to definitely, and I'm really trying to only use or list important astrological, happenings and stuff going on, because I want everybody to really feel into their senses and their intuition this season. Now, tomorrow, your ruling planet Mercury, first and foremost, is going to be in shadow most of May. And retrogrades in Gemini season, which we will talk about then when we get there. But tomorrow, May 3rd, Mercury is going to be moving into Gemini. And so there is this feeling more like yourself, being more decisive, really needing to trust your intuition and tap into how your body is reacting. What is the difference between a yes, a no, a maybe? What does a full body yes feel like? There is a need for you to explore that. And also in this transit with Mercury coming back home, it's just like there's something about an influx of self-trust, I feel like, that's coming up for you guys. So nurture that, grow that, let that be a seed that you plant this season, self-trust. And what does that look like for you going forward? On May 10th, Venus is going to, on May 10th, Mercury, your ruling planet, will be conjunct the North Node. So clarity about your life purpose and your trajectory becomes really, really clear. I would say definitely try to avoid making any big life decisions or financial decisions until after May 10th, because there's just like, you don't have all the facts yet. Just wait on it. Wait on it, please. There is, and I wrote, use your critical eye then. Save the self-critique for after May 10th. So definitely start limiting your time with that, your inner critic. We've been talking about it for almost a year now, where it's just this talk to me nice, I hear. Virgo, and you need to say that to yourself. Make sure that you really are not being so hard on yourself, that you're celebrating the small wins, patting your damn self on the back, really acknowledging the progress that you've made thus far, doing some emotional inventory, because I feel like you guys are being really harsh unnecessarily. And so talk to me nice. Talk to yourself nice. Then on the 11th is the new moon in Taurus, or the dark moon. And it's interesting because we're going to be exploring very much so the dark side of self-care. And self-care is listening to your intuition. That Mercury retrograde, it's already happening. I can already feel it. Anyway, Virgo, take a deep breath, hydrate, smoke it if you got it. So we're asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2021. Take deep breaths. There's so many answers that will be found in stillness and quiet for you guys. Really tuning in, really listening. I see some of you like tapping your foot, like you're impatient about something. 6 of Cups, first card out. Maybe, interesting, a Scorpio coming in, or maybe someone with heavy Scorpio placements, that you're stuck on. I don't subscribe to that shit, but I just heard like you may feel like this person is your twin flame or something of that nature. There could be just this back and forth, harsh lesson after harsh lesson coming in. They're also, in Taurus season, you guys may be dealing with intense bouts of nostalgia. Really hearkening back to, thinking about way back when X, Y, and Z used to happen. And there is this, I saw the star, and I'm not taking all that. Here we go. I will take the star. There is something, hearkening way back when. Maybe make sure you're not glamorizing the past. And what's coming up for clarification is the way that you receive, Virgo. Empress reverse on the bottom of the deck. I do feel like some of you just haven't been taking care of yourself the way that you should. You're maybe like taking better care of everyone else, more so than you're taking care of yourself. And it has a very Cancerian vibe to it, water sign kind of vibe to it. Some of you may have Cancer or Scorpio or Aquarius placements, and there is this, so you may be just giving to the collective, to your community, to the people around you more so than you have been yourself. And so allow yourself to do some reflection, which will be definitely coming up heavily in May. And also stuff is coming up about like your childhood, or you guys are being guided to healing your inner child, really getting a wish. There's something that you've been wishing for since you were a child, and you get it this Taurus season. And it's like, get out of your head, 8 of Swords. Get out of your head thinking that you can't, or combating yourself about worthiness, Virgo. There is something that you guys are looping on when it's like you're being divinely guided exactly where you want to go. For some of you, something that you wanted to do since you were a kid finally comes in, and now you're all in your head. Now you're all insecure, and there is this like wish that comes in, or this hope that gets restored, and you're scared to hope again, scared to love again, or scared to go back. And if you get into that place where anxiety creeps up, if something from the past comes in and it gives you anxiety, and you have already spent plenty of time ruminating or going back and forth over it, hell no. No. But some of you, there's something coming up from the past that sparks nostalgia or reignites a passion from way back when. Doesn't have to be childhood. You could have been a teenager. 18 is fucking child. 21 is a damn child. There is this restoration, it feels like. Some of you may be really struggling, or or in like a loop, like going back and forth, or really just ready to break the cycle with a Scorpio or an Aquarius, or someone with heavy air placements. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Either way, center of the reading, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, is this Eight of Swords. And this is how the hell are you keeping yourself stuck? Wait until after the 10th to consult your inner critic. Wait until after that. Because Mercury has to get settled. There's stuff that has to come in and just shift around. Things, you don't have all the facts yet, so don't keep beating yourself up or keeping yourself stagnant. I feel like some of you have, it's time to really evaluate the ways that you have kept yourself restricted. Especially while Saturn is in Aquarius. These next couple of years you need to really be spending time making sure that the dreams that you are fulfilling or the goals that you are accomplishing are the things that you actually want. That it's not like you're not trying to, or doing stuff to make someone else happy, or doing something because your family expects this of you, or because this is what you always thought, like since you were a child, you thought you would, be married by a certain age, or you thought that you would be a doctor, or you thought you would be a performer, or something of that nature. But there has been some sort of self-limiting belief or idealism or ideology that has kept you bound, kept you restricted, and you are needing to put in the effort to break yourself free. I don't know why I had to do all that, but that's what it was. And take the blindfold off and make sure that you're really seeing everything for what it is and seeing everything really clearly, Virgo. So, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2021. It's for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages. Yes, I wanted to in my head. And going out with a bang. 3 major arcana. Wow. Empress reverse on the bottom of the deck again. So what came out was Justice in the Wheel of Fortune. So the ways that you guys have left yourselves unattended to, Virgo, especially if you are a mother, you have absolutely prioritized your children, and at some point it's like you can't pour from an empty cup. There is this need to replenish yourself, to pour into yourself, to readjust your crown, to get back on your throne, to administer your oxygen mask first before, because it's just like if you're not hanging around here, if you check out, what are they gonna do? What are the kids gonna, what about the children? Some of you, there is healing coming to your children. Some of you have spent a lot of money. There's a lot of heavy medical bills, or spent a lot of time worrying, praying, for your child to be restored in some way. And it's to the point where I feel like some of you, maybe even the last year to 8 years, have been just you really, really looping and really, really in your head with worry. Just, and almost even perpetuating just dread in some way. And so there is this, and I feel like you guys may have been led astray. Those people who have dealt with medical issues with their children, you've been led astray some way. For some of you, there's malpractice at work, and if you pursue this legally, it doesn't have to even be about your children. Maybe it was about you. If you're having some kind of medical malpractice or something of that nature, things go in your favor. If you are under investigation or any kind of that, things go in your favor. The ball goes in your court. And I feel like some of you have been wronged in some way at your job or in your career, and there is a need to pursue it legally, and you should. And if you do, any of you guys dealing with legal issues, things go in your favor. So understand that worrying about it is praying for it, and so there's no need to be worrying about it anymore. Start thanking the universe for the fact that things are going in your way. Go ahead and start making yourself feel the way that you want to feel once once the desired outcome happens. And that's how you manifest. There is this need to just go ahead and start being grateful for getting what you want, because there are big decisions that come in. And if you are brave enough to really take the blindfold off, see things for what they are, get your shit together, get shit in order. For some of you, it's like needing to keep your mouth shut. It really helps you make a decision. There is a big decision in regards to your path forward and your luck. And karma feels really heavy here. And I feel like some of you have been like wronged or robbed in some way of something that you wanted. Definitely in regards to like work. And there is something better coming, something bigger coming. You don't understand why. It's like maybe even being passed over or feeling unseen or unwanted in some way. And it's just like, because what is really wanting to come in, like you didn't need to be tied down or have your head filled with whatever it was. So be patient. You know that things are changing, especially going into Gemini season. Things are changing, but they're changing in your favor. Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, and you get the opportunity to really reinvent yourself, reinvent the wheel, initiate something new, and take the blindfold off. 9 of Wands underneath that. Let's get into it. Virgos make the fucking world go round. Love you guys. All right, Virgo, let's get into it. I want to start by clarifying the 6 of Cups. This is interesting. I took a couple days on this one, and just so I can come out with a fresh mind. And 6 of Cups coming up first for you guys. There are things in regards to receptivity. Something that you've been wanting to receive, a way that you've been wanting to love. There is maybe an old love coming from our childhood friend possibly coming in. There is a need to look at who you're devoted to, Virgo. There may be someone with heavy Scorpio or water placements. It's like something's being healed with the star coming up. But I want to actually tune into the 6 of Cups. So for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please clarify the 6 of Cups. Taurus season 2021. Take a deep breath, Virgo. Page of Cups. Yes, there's something about receptivity. Somebody may be offering something to you. There may be amorous messages, a new crush, a new boo, a new flirtation, maybe for someone that's younger than you. But this could be something that you've liked doing or have been passionate about, or some creative art or healing art coming in from the past. There is this call to healing and loving yourself better, Virgo. Yoga, writing, painting, singing, just moving, really getting in motion, tapping into that childlike joy. Please clarify the star, because some of you, I feel like, have been dreaming big lately, and there's guidance coming in. Maybe guidance, maybe hearkening back to something from the past, learning a lesson. But it's just like, no matter how far from your vision or your goal or your dream or whatever it is for you, there's magic everywhere. Anything is possible. As long as you don't get lost in doubt, you can make it happen. And there are things coming in. You're being divinely guided to exactly where you want to go. Being in a calm state, feeling hopeful. But don't let that inner critic keep you stagnant. And that's coming up in the center of the reading. It's very, very important that you accept the reality of everything for what it is. All right, I'm going to focus. Please clarify the star for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2021. healing, inspiration, maybe even an influx of good health. Could be someone with heavy Aquarius placements. You could also just be feeling called to give back to your community, or to work with the community, improve the community in some way. 10 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. Yeah, there is healing coming by way of a brand new cycle in the realm of your emotions. Togetherness. Some of you, you're feeling like soulmate connection with someone. There is a need for collaboration. A need for, this is celebration. Some of you, you're really getting something that you wanted. I just heard anniversary party. So for some of you, there's like an anniversary to celebrate, or some kind of wish come true, something coming to fruition. And it's been a long time. There's a lot of rain that's required to get a rainbow this big. And so you are being divinely guided to that new step, that new chapter. And a part of that new chapter and that next step is making sure you're seeing everything for exactly what it is, so that you can make proper decisions and the divine can do its work. Please clarify the 8 of Swords. What are they not seeing clearly? Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What are they not seeing clearly? Wow, for some of you, there's something with a boss, or a mother, or a wife, or mother-in-law. What you're not seeing is how abundant you are. What you're not seeing is just how good you've got it. Also, what you're not seeing clearly is the ways that you are not caring for yourself. And that's something that's coming up with this new moon in Taurus on May 11th. There may be something that you're not seeing clearly in regards to someone with heavy Taurus placements, maybe somebody that you're working with, or some of you just maybe you're not feeling valued where you're at. Like you're putting in a lot of work and all for naught in some way. There is just this 2 10s coming out. There are endings of cycles that need to take place. Some of you are going to be moving on. Some of you are moving forward, moving into abundance, moving into entrepreneurship, moving into just managing your time more. You being the one who schedules and governs your time the way that you want to. There is this maybe mismanagement of energy, or just putting in a lot of like blood, sweat, and tears into something that you may be feeling unseen, unrecognized for your hard work. And there is a need to really make a big decision. Please clarify justice. Understanding that regardless of how it looks, also, some of you, justice is being served. It's just not looking the way you thought it was going to look. But wait, be patient, chill, stand in your power, sit on your throne, because the divine is at work. It may not be happening the way you think it's going to be happening, but it's happening. Please clarify justice. Taurus season. There may be somebody with heavy Libra or Taurus placements that you're definitely struggling with. Yeah, it could be someone that there could be a decision to get out of a relationship, a decision to leave a job, a decision to get out of something that you once really loved or may still really love. They're bottom of the deck, 7 of Wands. You just made under that the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like, and then the Ace. It's like defending yourself from trauma bonding. It's like, even though you love something, it doesn't mean that that's enough. So there are some of you that are moving on from something, and it's a big decision in regards to what you love, and it's a heart-based decision, a love-based decision. Really, some of you are feeling like you're at a crossroads, torn. But it's just like there is a version of how something should be, and there's a version of how something shouldn't be. And the relationships just need to be like flowing freely, smoothly. And for some of you, there's just situations that you're in that you know you shouldn't be in anymore. and you're making a decision, and the decision is involving you moving towards calmer waters, just having a better fucking time, no more vacillating. Please clarify the Wheel of Fortune, because you're already feeling the change. You're already feeling things coming. Come Gemini season, there are going to be big shifts. And it really is like, let go or be dragged, Virgo, because you don't need to cling to something that you know you can survive. It's just like some of you are in it and like, you know, you could be okay on your own. You know, you could survive this. There's just like, yeah, there is this need to take the blindfold off. 2 cards with the blindfold on. So there's some kind of willful blindness or some situation that you don't want to look at, don't want to talk about. But the divine is like, if you don't handle it, it's going to come in and it's going to end it for you. It's time to really take the blindfold off, see everything for what it is, so you can take advantage of all the resources that are available to you and stop betraying yourself. Stop going back and forth. You're really needing to redefine or examine your relationship with loyalty and devotion, Virgo. One more card for this Wheel of Fortune, because there's just a new way. So many 10s, so many ends of chapters. Yeah, and it's just like, this came out reverse, actually. Aries season, I feel like, showed you the ways that your peace, like you're needing more peace. Under this, if you meditate and get still, there is greatness, transformation, and abundance that's available to you, security that's available to you that you can make for yourself. But you've got to stop doubting your ability to handle your own shit. You've got to stop doubting your independence. Stop doubting your autonomy. Stop letting anger or pride or ego get you in the way of really being seen for how effective you are. You are an effective leader. It's just time for you to really get still, get quiet, allow yourself to recover, establish really strong and firm mental stability and structure and a mental foundation for yourself so that you can start to create your own abundance and foundation and really begin again. But you can't have the death. You can't have the rebirth without the death. I love you.